It's Retros Radio in this bitch. I'm back in this bitch. Me and you. We back in this bitch. Today we got worst unalivings on Camp Chicago 6. Now let's see what's going on in the city. See, now this is why when I'm in the city, I'm I'm DT, family crib, and right back to where I came from that quick in an instant. I'm only out there 3-4 hours max. If I'm out with my girl, we DT, we 6 hours max. You know what I'm saying? We go hit the mall. We go to, you know what I'm saying, the Shed Aquarium, or we go to, you know what I'm saying, the little Navy Pier. But I'm telling you, I don't be in the trenches, and never invite me to the trenches of Chicago, because I'm not going. I already been there before, and I don't want to go back. Okay, you feel me? Inglewood ain't no joke. Just the South Side in general. Oh, it just ain't no joke. Okay. I'm from a lot of different places, though. That ain't the only place I'm from. Oh, y'all might be, he ain't got no Chicago accent. Because I didn't fully grow up out there. But I know what I'm talking about, though. And I know where to stay away from. Y'all might call me scary, but I call myself precautious. I'm not going to put myself in no situation to have to use my gun. You know what I'm saying? If I can avoid it, I will. I got dreads. I'm young. I know I look like a lot of niggas that be out there. So you can leave me out of any type of bullshit. Don't ask me to go with you to no block, no nothing. I'm not going. Why? I'd rather stay in the burbs, nigga.
Camera catches him walking through the Christmas crowd. Purple hoodie, gray jacket. 10 seconds later, he pulls out a gun and shoots a 14-year-old boy dead.
Right.
The footage is crystal.
I run that back. That happened quick.
The camera catches him walking through the Christmas crowd. Purple hoodie, gray jacket. 10 seconds later, he pulls out a gun and shoots a 14-year-old boy dead. The footage is crystal clear. His face, his clothes, every step he took. But he's still out there. 9 murders, all caught on camera. Faces captured, movements tracked, and most of these killers still free. This is CCTV homicides. November 21st, 2025, downtown Chicago.
Oh, this was on the news, bro. You know what's crazy? Something always happens here. And I was just talking about downtown, right? But downtown ain't even safe no more. You have between the window of any time during the day, once 5 p.m. strikes in the winter and it start getting dark outside in downtown and shit start to, you know, closing around maybe like 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock, that's when everything damn near closes downtown, because don't nothing stay open really late night except for bars and shit. Get the fuck out of there. Leave. I was at a Christmas event last year with my girl, and there, if y'all from the area, y'all remember last year, I'm not talking about 2025, I'm talking about 2024. The same Christmas, you know, events was happening that same night. Me and my girl went to that little German little pop-up, you know, where they got the hot chocolate and they got the donuts and shit like that. We went to that. We walking back, I'm seeing all these young niggas outside, backpacks on the chest, ski mask on. I'm damn, what's going on? Look on the street, hella traffic. I'm like, okay, so it is a choice between sitting in this traffic and potentially getting caught in the midst of some bullshit. I took my ass and sat in that traffic. But let me rewind. We walked past the Macy's. I tell my girl, damn, it's hella traffic. This before I seen the YNs. I'm like, damn, it's hella traffic. Let's just sit in the Macy's real quick before we start heading back to the crib. I'm like, I get this second guess. Like, this second thought just hit my mind like, hell nah, nigga, just go home. I leave. The next day, there was a shooting right outside that Macy's, and a girl got smoked. I don't know if I can't remember if she died or if she just got shot. But regardless, it was a teenage girl that got shot right outside that Macy's.
Chicago, picture this, Millennium Park.
Listen to your instincts, bro. Because that could easily be you or somebody you love getting caught up in some shit just because you think shit chicken. Ain't shit sweet in the city.
Is glowing. The Christmas tree lighting ceremony just wrapped up, and the loop is packed with families, teenagers, people celebrating the start of the holiday season. The air smells like hot chocolate and roasted chestnuts. Everyone's
sorry, I'm real passionate about this because I really love the city, bro, but it's like by every day that goes past, it just shows me that I just can't be out there no more, or as much as I used to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not really nowhere you can go for real. Yeah, my bad, checking the email. Just be careful. That's it. Watch your surroundings. Have some smarts when you out here. It don't matter if you in the trenches or downtown, because niggas done made their way to downtown.
Smiling, but someone in that crowd isn't celebrating. 10:40 p.m. The 100 block of South Dearborn Street. CCTV cameras pick up a figure weaving through the crowd. Purple hoodie, gray jacket, sweatpants. He's moving with purpose, cold, calculated. This isn't random. He knows exactly where he's going. The surveillance footage captures what happens next in horrifying detail. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a gun, and opens fire into a group of people standing just feet away. The muzzle flashes light up the screen. Armani Floyd, just 14 years old, is hit multiple times. He drops to the pavement as the crowd erupts into chaos. People screaming, running, diving for cover, parents.
And that's another thing, and I'm sorry I keep pausing, but when you outside in the city, any city, I don't give a fuck if it's New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, and you around a big crowd of people and anything pops off, bro, that's some scary shit. My pops had told me about that. Something that happened at the Chicago Taste back when, you know, him and my mom was teenagers, and it was damn near a stampede out there because somebody got to shooting. And you just got to be real careful. Always have an exit. Like when you go out, always look at all the exits and any way you can make your way out of the situation. If anything was to pop out, don't be one of them niggas just dead in the middle of the crowd, bro, because that's the worst place to be. Always be on the outskirts of the edges, and always stay close to where you came from. That's just a little advice for me.
Grabbing their kids. Armani is rushed to Northwestern Hospital, but the damage is catastrophic. This child, who should have been thinking about what to get for Christmas, doesn't make it through the night. 14 years old. Think about that for a second. 14. But Armani wasn't the only victim. An 18-year-old man is shot in the leg during the same attack. He survives, but he'll carry the physical and mental scars forever. And here's the thing, this wasn't even the only shooting that night. Less than an hour earlier, near the Chicago Theater on North State Street, another volley of gunfire tears through a crowd of teenagers. 7 more kids caught in the crossfire.
And if y'all not from the city, if y'all ever go out here, you would never expect this shit to happen in any of these areas. You go out here and you think like, damn, it's so beautiful, it's so nice, but like, it's disappointing.
As young as 13, leg wounds, stomach injuries, shattered hips. They're scattered between Lurie Children's Hospital and Stroger Hospital. Multiple crime scenes, multiple victims, one devastating night. The man in the purple hoodie, he's still out there. Police released the footage, freezing his image for the world to see. He's a person of interest, a shadow in the loop. But so far, no name, no arrest. The city lights of Millennium Park were the last thing Armani Floyd ever saw. November 8th, 2025, Little Village, Chicago. It's 5:45 p.m. on a Saturday, rush hour. The 3800 block of West 26th Street is busy. People heading home from work, families out shopping. Just another evening in the neighborhood. Then a man walks toward a local jewelry store. He's wearing a Blackhawks hoodie and a mask. Within 30 seconds, everything goes wrong. CCTV footage from a nearby business captures the moment he bursts out of the store, clutching stolen merchandise. But he's not alone. 2 men, employees of the shop, chase him into the street. A 63-year-old and a 25-year-old, father and son, uncle and nephew, we don't know. What we do know is they refuse to let this thief get away. The chase spills into traffic near the corner of Springfield Avenue. Cars swerve, horns blare. Then the struggle. The suspect reaches for his waistband, pulls out a gun, and fires at point-blank range. Both men drop to the pavement. The 63-year-old is hit in the face, head, and body. The 25-year-old's torso is riddled with bullets. The shooter doesn't look back, just jumps into a white SUV and speeds away southbound on Springfield. Both victims are rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition, but they don't make it. 2 generations of a family business gone in 30 seconds, all for a handful of jewelry. The white SUV disappears into the Chicago.
if you own a jewelry store, you damn near gotta try to like go to the police station and see if you could hire some cops just to sit outside that. There's cops out here that get paid to just stand in front of jewelry stores or just have their car parked outside of one just so people know this shit ain't sweet. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to everybody involved, but I mean, no buts, but rest in peace to everybody involved. Just gotta, when you owning these businesses, you just gotta try to protect them at all costs. Like, at all costs. Because nowadays, niggas don't care, bro. Like, and when I say niggas, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about just anybody committing crime in general. I classify them as niggas. Niggas don't give a fuck. Way back when, there was probably a time period where people was just trying to rob something and they wasn't trying to have a murder charge on top of it. Now people will go rob you and kill you because they just don't give a fuck. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Like, they are willing to take 2 charges. They can't just take that loss and be like, here, fuck it, take the jewelry back. They gonna kill you and then go to prison the rest of their life. Bro, if he just went in, did a little smash and grab, took what he could, bro, he'd be out in way less time. Now he gotta go sit in there for the rest of his life, and he took 2 lives with him. Crazy.
Chicago Grid. The man in the Blackhawks hoodie becomes another ghost on surveillance tape. Detectives spent the entire night under streetlights, gathering evidence from dozens of cameras, but there's still no suspect, no arrest, just 2 empty chairs at someone's dinner table. May 15, 2025, Chatham, Chicago, 1:13 a.m., the 7800 block of South Eberhart Avenue. A group of women are arguing on the sidewalk, voices raised, tension building. It's the kind of heated argument that happens every night in cities across America. Usually it ends with people walking away angry, maybe blocking each other on social media. But not this time. A man approaches the group. He doesn't try to break up the argument. He doesn't say a word. He just pulls out a gun and fires twice, directly at Melina Brown's face, 20 years old, shot in the face at close range. The group scatters as the shooters vanish into the shadows of Greater Grand Crossing. Melina is rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, but there's no miracle waiting for her there. A bullet to the face leaves no room for hope. She's pronounced dead, another young life extinguished over a street-side quarrel that should have ended with words. But here's where the surveillance footage becomes crucial. Detectives track the suspect's movements through the neighborhood. CCTV from a Harold's Chicken near 79th and Cottage Grove catches 2 figures on camera. One man in a dark New Balance hoodie with multicolored gym shoes. Next to him, someone with long red hair, carrying a light-colored purse. They look like anyone else walking the south side at night, casual, calm, like they didn't just take someone's daughter away forever. The footage
gonna go get some Harold's Chicken, fried hard with extra mild sauce after they just caught a body, bro. This is the most Chicago shit I ever seen in my goddamn life. How much more time we got left of this shit? I'm probably gonna end this bitch about halfway, cause what the fuck?
Shows them standing outside, unbothered, as if the blood on Eberhart Avenue never happened. Melina Brown was only 20. Her family is left with a void that can never be filled. And police, they're left with grainy recordings and unanswered questions. No suspects in custody. No justice for Melina.
This shit is depressing.
June 2nd, 2025, South Shore, Chicago, just before 1:30 a.m. on the 7800 block of South Merrill Avenue. The early morning quiet is broken by raised voices. 2 men locked in an argument that words can't settle. Then, the crack of gunfire. Multiple rounds echo across front yards. When police arrive minutes later, they find Alonzo Smith, 56 years old, lying unresponsive in the grass. 1 gunshot to the head, another to the hand. The shooter already gone, swallowed by the dark streets of the south side. Alonzo doesn't make it to a hospital. He's pronounced dead right there on the scene. 56 years of life Decades of experiences, relationships, memories ended on a patch of concrete and grass in a matter of seconds. Police scour the area for surveillance footage and release photos of the man they're looking for. A shadow captured by a lens just before or after the trigger
Nigga look zesty as hell.
was pulled. But the image raises more questions than it answers. What was the argument about? Money? Respect? An old grudge? We may never know. The motive remains as cold as the pavement where Alonzo died. Another family left to pick up the pieces. Another case file gathering dust. No arrests. The suspect remains at large.
Oh, deadass?
October 1st, 2024, uptown Chicago. It's just after 7:30 p.m. on the 900 block of West Eastwood Avenue. The evening commute is winding down when gunfire erupts across North Side streets. Kevin Bibbs, 57 years old from Flossmoor, is caught in the line of fire. A single bullet tears into his leg. At first it doesn't seem fatal, just a leg wound, right? But the bullet severed something critical. The damage runs deep. Kevin is rushed to the hospital fighting for his life. By the end of the night, he's pronounced dead. For nearly 4 months, the case sits cold. No leads, no names, no movement. Just another unsolved homicide in a city with too many of them. But then detectives reveal what the cameras saw that night. CCTV footage captures a woman, a person of interest, moving through the neighborhood. She's wearing a green sweatshirt, caught in a series of clips navigating the streets and alleys of uptown. She walks with purpose, like she knows exactly where she's going. Who is she? Why was she there? What role did she play in Kevin's death? Police released a video to the public, hoping someone recognizes the walk, the clothes, or the face. But surveillance footage can only tell you so much. The screen remains the only witness. 57 years of life ended on an uptown sidewalk. No suspects in custody. Area 3 detectives are still searching for answers.
There's so many killings, bro, they can't even keep up with it. It's been like this forever, though.
November 20th, 2024, near West Side, Chicago, 10:45 a.m. Broad daylight, a red sedan drives northbound through the 2,400 block of South Oakley Boulevard. Inside, a family is just moving through the city, running errands, living their lives. They have no idea they're being followed. A blue 4-door Dodge Charger trails behind them, windows down, and then it pulls alongside. What happens next is captured on surveillance cameras, and it's nightmare fuel. Gun barrels emerge from the Charger's windows. A hail of bullets tears into the red sedan. Glass explodes, metal shreds. One victim is hit multiple times, the life leaving them before the car even stops rolling. But the absolute horror, the thing that makes this case stand out, even in a city hardened by violence, is what happens in the back seat. A 7-month-old infant is caught in the crossfire. A baby, not even a year old, shot in a Chicago street in the middle of the morning. The blue Charger doesn't wait to see the damage. It roars away, disappearing into the concrete maze of the city. One person dead, an infant wounded, and a motive that remains a complete mystery. Police have combed through the neighborhood's surveillance networks and pulled the image of that blue Dodge Charger into the light. They have the car on camera. They have the footage of the shooting, but they don't have a name. In a city that's seen it all, the shooting of a 7-month-old baby leaves a stain that won't wash away. No suspects in custody. The shooter is still out there, somewhere behind the wheel of that blue Charger.
That's just sick. We still got 7 more minutes left of this. Okay, I'm gonna try to fight through it. I need these full-length reactions. even though this is just ruining my day. And rest in peace, everybody involved, bro. This is crazy.
November
Crazy,
29th, 2022, Little Village, Chicago, 1:13 a.m.
Y'all know this little village been on here twice. Y'all know where to stay away from, right? I mean, I don't think really my kind is really too much allowed out there anyway, so I'm staying up out of there anyway. But just, you know, if you ain't from there, don't go there.
On a quiet Tuesday morning, the 3400 block of West 30th Street is silent until a single gunshot shatters the night. Police arrive to find a 30-year-old man collapsed on the sidewalk, a gunshot wound to the face. He's rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital, but the damage is absolute. He's pronounced dead shortly after. Another statistic in a neighborhood that's seen too much blood. For years, the shooters remained shadows, but the cameras, they caught everything. Two men believed to be between 18 and 25 years old, moving through the area with calculated ease. Suspect 1, black hoodie with a Bass Pro Shops logo, face hidden behind a blue mask and black glasses. Later, he changes his look, bright orange hoodie, blue jeans, trying to blend into the city. Suspect 2 keeps it simple, all black clothing, white tennis shoes. Two young men barely into adulthood, leaving a 30-year-old dead on a cold sidewalk. No motive, no warning, just a life taken in the dark. The investigation has stretched across 2 years now. The images have been enhanced, the clips rewatched hundreds of times, but the trail remains cold. Area 4 detectives are still waiting for the call that puts a name to the faces on the screen. 2 suspects, 2 years of
They'll never
silence,
get
no
that.
arrests.
Ain't nobody talking. That's one thing about Chicago is people don't talk. And I'll tell you who do talk though is the people that get locked up for the murder. Then them the ones that do get to talking instead of getting a lawyer. If this is a store and he used a card at checkout, couldn't they look at the time that this happened and then see if they can run back and see like the fucking what name the card was under? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm tweaking. Go to the gas station and ask questions. Maybe he paid with cash though. The tow truck.
November 13th, 2022, West Town, Chicago, 10:47 p.m. A white tow truck moves westbound on the 1900 block of West Fulton Street. Just a driver out doing his job, navigating the late night streets of the near west side. Then a gray 2-door Dodge Challenger pulls into frame. It's not just passing through. As the Challenger draws level with the tow truck, gunfire erupts from inside the vehicle. The driver of the tow truck is hit while still behind the wheel. The truck loses control. The driver slumps over, killed instantly by a shooter who never even stepped out of their car. The Challenger roars away, leaving the white tow truck idling in the middle of the street. A crime scene marked by shattered glass and spent shell casings. Why target a tow truck driver in the middle of his shift? Was it a case of mistaken identity? Road rage taken to its deadliest extreme. A targeted hit. Police have released the surveillance.
That mistaken identity is what scares me a lot, and that's why I stay out of a lot of neighborhoods of Chicago. And when, like I said, when I'm in downtown, I make it quick. I make it real quick. I'm not staying out there long, roaming the streets, bro.
Focusing on that gray Dodge Challenger. It's a distinct car, a high-performance machine used for a low act of murder. Investigators have been tracing its path through the city's camera network, looking for a license plate, a driver, any clue. But even years later, the questions remain. The streets of West Town hold the secret. The camera holds the image of the car, but the identity of the shooter remains a blank space in the file. No suspects, no arrests, just a gray Challenger disappearing into the Chicago night.
trying to see what's going on in this shit. The camera just needed to be a little more left. Just a little more.
November the 27th, 2024, Lincoln Park, Chicago. It's nearly 4 p.m. on busy Clark Street.
You can't go nowhere, bro. Lincoln Park is like on a list of one of the safest like places in Chicago. One of them, not the safest, but one of them. Like if you want to live out there, it ain't got too much crime. Like it's like, I don't think it's got many murders, but it's got a lot of like property crimes and shit like that. Like you can get your car breaking into for sure, or broken into. But from the research I did, because I was planning on, getting a little spot in Lincoln Park. They prices ain't too bad for Chicago. You right by, DT. It look nice, but you're not safe nowhere. I mean, you're not even just Chicago. You're really not safe nowhere, because it could be some off the wall, random ass shit that happened in your suburb somewhere. And you just like, damn, bro, that never happens. Like, I'm glad it ain't happened to me, though, but rest in peace,
One of the city's most active corridors. Sidewalks are packed with people. Alexander Nesteruk, 34 years old, begins exhibiting what witnesses describe as erratic and dangerous behavior. He starts an argument with a group of people near Arlington Place. Within seconds, the tension explodes. Nesteruk reportedly lunges at one of the men, physically attacking him. But the confrontation takes a lethal turn. One man reaches into his clothes, pulls out a handgun, and fires. A single shot tears through Nesteruk's chest. The shooter doesn't stay to explain. CCTV footage captures him, dressed head to toe in black, fleeing south of on Clark Street on foot, disappearing into the late afternoon crowd. Nesteruk is rushed to Advocate, Illinois Masonic Medical Center in critical condition. For 5 days, he clings to life, but on Monday afternoon, he's pronounced dead. The police released the surveillance images showing the man in black walking calmly through the street just before the chaos. He looks like anyone else, just another person in the crowd. Here's the complication. The shooter claims self-defense, says Nesteruk attacked first, but he fled the scene, which raises questions. If it was truly self-defense, why run? It started as a street side dispute. It ended as a homicide. Detectives are now tasked with finding a gunman who disappeared into one of Chicago's busiest neighborhoods. The man in black remains unidentified. The full truth is buried in an argument that went too far. No suspects in custody. The search continues in the heart of the North Side.
Y'all notice that they never get the killer, even though they got
9 cases.
Hold on. Before I say some dumb shit, listen to what he said.
9 in a busy side. Detectives are now tasked with finding a gunman who disappeared into one of Chicago's busiest neighborhoods. The man in black remains unidentified. The full truth is buried in an argument that went.
Like I said, they never find who did the shit. It's too much to dig through. Like, I'm sure they got cold cases on cold cases on cold cases on cold cases. I'm sure I know they got cold cases on cold cases on cold cases. So it's like, damn, like, where do you even start? Do you start on this murder that just happened? Or do you go back and try to dig into this one that happened 10 years ago that y'all never looked into for real? Or that y'all couldn't because there's just so many murders that happen and not enough people working in Chicago PD or in homicide investigation to like really look into it for real.
Too far. No suspects in custody. The search continues in the heart of the North Side.
Clear images of his face, identifiable tattoos, but he's probably never been arrested. He ain't got no record.
9 cases, 9 lives stolen, hundreds of hours of surveillance footage. The camera saw everything. The shooters, the victims, the exact moments when everything went wrong. In some cases, police have crystal clear images of the suspects. In others, they've tracked their movements through entire neighborhoods. But here's the haunting reality. Many of these killers are still out there, walking the same streets, shopping at the same stores, maybe even watching this video right now. If you recognize anyone from these cases, a face, a walk, a piece of clothing, Chicago police need to hear from you. These aren't just images on a screen, they're
snitch on them niggas. There is not one justifiable murder in this whole video. There was nothing that I could sit here and be like, okay, well, the nigga had it coming. Bro, not one. Mainly because there's no context for a couple of them. But really, you can't justify this. You can't justify shooting a 14-year-old. You can't justify just fanning the car down. What am I doing? Fanning the car down, not knowing who in it, and then hitting a 7-month-old. You just can't. Let me subscribe to him because I'm gonna react to more of your shit. I like you. Very structured videos. I feel like it's a mix between they don't give a fuck and they don't have enough people to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets to a point. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm gonna try to react to something a little more like upbeat, cause this cannot be my whole channel. I've just learned that watching this. Yep, I'm out this bitch. We out this bitch. I'll catch y'all on the next one, bro. We on a roll ski. It's probably my 3rd video going on. I'm gonna try to do 5 videos a day, and it's really not that hard. So we gonna keep it rolling until I get in the algorithm. Ooh, until I get in the algorithm. Okay, by next year, bro, or maybe this year, if God want to give me some type of miracle, please, God. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be somewhere with this YouTube thing. But yeah, I'm gonna be embedded into the algorithm. We gonna, you know what I'm saying, grow as a community. You know, I'm gonna give y'all good advice. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, do exactly what I need to do as a person to try to teach other people what's right, what's wrong, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I'm still growing too. I'm still learning my damn self. So I'm not trying to be on here saving nobody yet. When the money come in, yeah. But until then, all I can do is run my mouth. So I'll catch y'all on the next one.